BMT. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups.
On this track.
Yeah. Y'all know what the fuck it is.
Baby mama terrorist.
Cows gang, bitch.
It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. Riding around, try to play the Romans, innocent with an evil soul. In public, wearing fake hellos. Behind closed doors, she rock them horns. I moved on, she wanna teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Couldn't see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Telling people she did nothing wrong. Knowing that well since I moved on. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know what you lost your mind. Try to say my name, but I know your kind. Saying I'm a deadbeat, bitch, you lying. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focus on the wrong shit, worrying about another being instead of us co-parenting. Put my kids in grown folks' business, telling them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split personality, oh yeah, you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups.
All stand, please. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. The Solemn Court now stands adjourned, sine die. God save the state and this honorable court.
Oh, man. What a day, what a day, what a day. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Man, y'all may be seated up in this motherfucker, for real. Y'all may be seated up in this motherfucker. Shout out to the Bay Mama Terrorist Bounty Hunters. I'm your host, Mr. Palmer. And today we're going to talk about an unfortunate situation. I actually talked about this a couple of days ago, and I told y'all that the stepfather murdered his stepdaughter. But guess what? I was wrong. I've been had. I've been took. I've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, and run amok in this motherfucker. It was the mother's boyfriend. Boyfriend of 5 years. So they was in a 5-year relationship. So if the girl was 16 years old, that means he was around when she was 11. Now, y'all remember I did a quick segment on that. You know, this happened in Texas. And more things have came out in this situation. Not only did he have a gun pulled out on her while she was on the phone begging her mama on FaceTime to get him to stop and leave her alone. When he walked out that door and went on to the police, he was zipping his pants up. And they said when they went up in the house, She was deceased with her pants down to her knees. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. So we're gonna talk about this, and we got a couple of other situations I want to talk about. But I want to give a shout out to XL Pro for the $5 cash app. He says, Couch Gang, Couch Gang. Also want to give a shout out to XL Pro for yesterday, because when I got off, I didn't realize he sent me a cash app yesterday. So shout out to XL Pro for the $5 cash app for yesterday. He said it's for the couch fund. Shout out to you, brother. Also, I gotta give a shout out to my man Wise Motivation. This from yesterday. He sent the $30 cash app, and he said it's about 85 degrees here. LOL. Fuck you, sir. It's been raining all day long here in this motherfucker. All day long. I got up this morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, yeah, I'm finna go to the gym and shit. And it was raining like a motherfucker. So I say, fuck it, I'll work out in the crib. But I definitely want to talk about this. And funny that this situation happened, because y'all remember that Baby Mama Terry supporter that I showed y'all on my IG, who came on talking shit about what's the point of this, one of the posts and shit like that. She posted a comment yesterday. I ain't gonna show it because all she said was, what about the man who murdered the daughter, the stepdaughter, and he had his pants down and she had hers too. I ain't got no problem talking about that. So what I don't understand for you baby mama terrorists and supporters and shit, when y'all talk about, well, why you ain't talking about him? Why you ain't talking about what black men do? I do talk about what these dumb black ass niggas do. But even when I talk about that dumbass Simp enforcer, Mr. Vincent type, y'all motherfuckers still get mad, because when I tell y'all that this is a boyfriend, and I tell y'all the stat shows that the mother and boyfriend cause way more abuse and neglect and even fatalities amongst children versus the father and his girlfriend and shit like that, y'all get mad at me and say I'm wrong and who hurt you, your mama black and everything else, even though I'm talking about this whole ass nigga too. So that's why I say you can't make this shit up. It's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to MPI for the $2 donation. He says, I'm making it my way to Itasca, Illinois. I hope it ain't raining where you is. Well, right now it ain't raining. Now it's starting to get clear, but shit, it rain all day long. Shout out to you, my brother. Yes, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, man. Yeah, see, and there's so many brothers who go to court, right? Just like Fire Flame. There's so many brothers who go to court and say, hey, man, her guy that she dealing with, this dude got a felony and some type of sex act, raping and shit. This dude is a known pedophile. This dude is on the register and everything else. The judge say, it is what it is, fam. You curve your child support because what you talking about don't mean shit. She had a right to be with who else you want to be. Ain't that a bitch? But let you just be with a female. This baby mama Tess can have it where the judge say, well, when she come over, your child can't be there. Or she got to leave out the house when the child come over. Ain't that a bitch? Yeah. That shit crazy. Yeah, Illinois. That's crazy. But how dare you tell them that you got some married nigga around that could cause some real destruction if the wife find out around them kids? Oh, it is what it is. Do what you want to do. They do what they want to do. That's why I tell y'all, gender bias is a motherfucker. And then I ain't just speaking on just child support, just in society, period. Shout out to Don Sapansky for the 99 cents. Appreciate you, my brother. Hey, on that note, speaking of having it their own way and gender bias, what y'all think about this Roe versus Wade shit that was overturned and shit? Yes, I will be talking about that sometime this week. All I've been seeing on social media is this.
How dare you do this to me? How do you live with yourself?
That's all I've been seeing all day long. I'm like, hey man, just go to another state that'll let you do it. Go to the chop in DR like these other bitches do. That's all you got to do. But here's the thing, and I'm gonna say this, but we're gonna talk about that Roe versus Wade probably this weekend. But the only reason why they overturned that shit because so many men are not having kids and marrying these low-life motherfuckers, and they losing money. So they like, well, we can't make men have sex and come in them, but what we can do, we can stop these abortions and shit. You can't make this shit up.
You get in water? I can't fucking believe you. How could you do this to me for him?
See now that's see now they ain't allowed to do the kill switch on the child and shit when the man actually wants the child. See, that's the reason why they doing that shit, because they can't force us to start fucking these bitches without condoms and pump dump and nut in them and everything else. They can't force that. They can't force us to marry somebody and reproduce other children. So what they got to do, they got to stop what they doing because they losing money in the government. I'm telling you, they not doing it for the best interest of the children. Even when it comes to this stopping this abortion shit, they doing it in the best interest of the government. They only doing it because they're losing money. Less birth, less people can go to jail, less people can do crimes. Then you got less people on welfare, less people on government assistance, less people on Section 8 and all this shit. So I'm telling y'all, I want y'all to really think about that. Don't think they're doing it for the welfare of the children. It ain't about the children. It's about them losing their business. They losing their money. And not just this $60 billion corporation and child support. They losing that too, because all these children that's on child support is going to be 18 one day or 21 one day. And basically it's getting lower and lower because of the birth rates. It's dying out. We're at an all-time low, especially here in the European countries. They ain't going. All because of this feminism bullshit and all because of all this gender bias ass system. Now, I'm a dumb nigga off Cotts Grove, but you let me know if I'm telling y'all a lie in this motherfucker. They are not looking out for the best interest of them children in the stomach. No, they not. Because if the birth rates were still high and everything and motherfuckers still having kids and all this shit, then they wouldn't give a damn. It is what it is. But you know me, I'm just a dumb nigga off Cottage Grove. What do I know? I'm just a nigga with a child support hat on. Yeah, the gig is up. The jig is up. The jig is up, nigga. So, like I said, government daddy is not looking out for you and your best interest. For all you women that love doing the chopping shit, no, they're not doing it for you. And they're not even doing it. They really didn't want to do it. They don't want you mad. Because who want to make these feminists mad? Who want to make them jump and want to call out them signs? And hey, they might even do a murder out there in that motherfucker. Because they so heated. How dare you do this to me? So I'm sure they hated they had to make this call, but ain't nothing they could do. They need the jails to be more populated because it's getting to an all-time low because it's not enough birth rates in this motherfucker. How you gonna put the future on child support when there is no future? How you gonna get these future ass bitches to get welfare, government daddy's handout, and also aid on the right hands of white supremacy when ain't none? See, we got to think bigger than just, okay, they passed a law to get rid of the Roe versus Wade. We got to think better than that. But everybody tell me I'm a dumb nigga off Cottage Grove, sleep on the couch, don't know shit, and, wet fuck child support. So you know what? So now these baby mama tears doing the Benzino.
You get in water? I can't fucking believe you.
Oh, shit.
How could you do this to me for him?
See, that's the baby mama Terry said, how can you do this to me for him, us as men? That shit funny. Shit. That shit is funny as fuck. But I hope y'all having a good day today. Sean Vire says, Making women accountable for them being irresponsible when they coochies. Yeah, it's a lot of factors, but the main fact, yeah, make them more responsible. Make them, if they're gonna try to do it, they gotta go far off to the sunset to get it done, or somebody in the basement, or they're gonna do it themselves. However, whatever, I don't give a fuck. But the reality is, it's about them losing money, and also think about it. There's gonna be less children going into the state. That's less trafficking going on in this motherfucker. But don't take my word for it, because I don't. Hey, I don't have on a suit, and I don't have a license, and I ain't certified, and I ain't got on the 3-piece tuxedo on this motherfucker. It is what it is. But see, here's the thing: even though they passed that Roe versus Wade, that's not gonna stop them from being responsible, because they still got these fallback niggas, these simp enforcers, and they still got government daddy on other things. So they could still have a baby and take them on to the motherfucking churches, to the motherfucking restaurants, to the fire department, to the police stations. They still got a way to get rid of the baby. So it's just it's just illegal. That's all. Shit. Yeah, I saw that face facts. I'm gonna play that too. I'm gonna talk about that also. But I appreciate y'all tuning in today, and I want y'all to check out this video clip talking about, it's actually new details. You know what? I ain't gonna play it yet. It's new details on the 16-year-old. I'm not gonna play that one yet.
See a questionable claim on social media? Send it to the Trust Index.
Everybody's tuning in. Please hit the like button. If you're new here, please subscribe. CLC says, you want to end child support but still force them to have children. What the fuck? I never said I wanted them to have children. Where you get that from? I didn't never say no shit like that. Where you get that from, bro? I didn't say nothing about I want them, force them to have children. I didn't say shit like that. I said that them bitches are mad because they cannot just get abortions. That ain't got. I didn't make that rule. The Supreme Court made that rule. I don't give a fuck if they get an abortion or not. So no, I'm not. No. Oh, you talking that Negro? And Negro say he said, oh, I'm about to say I don't give a fuck about that. Oh, y'all talking. I'm sorry. I thought you was talking to me. Yeah, they gonna find some way to get rid of them babies. If they do it themselves, they go overseas, they go to a state where they could probably sneaky do it or some shit. It's just all it did to make it harder. Shit. Get rid of, I say get rid of child support and get rid of no fault divorce. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, these supposed to be the most responsible motherfuckers on the planet, the most educated, dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. They supposed to prevent pregnancies without even having to go get an abortion. But of course, they're not gonna do that. Yeah, fuck child support. As far as child support, I wouldn't mind them having child support if they had it the old way. If they had child support the old way, then I wouldn't have no problem with it. If they had child support the old way, then I wouldn't have no problem with it. And if the judges was about what's right and not what some bitch say, and was not gender biased and not about the the $60 billion a year business, then I wouldn't mind child support being here. But the problem is they got child support out here now because of this Title 4D for money, divorce rates. The reason why they got this no fault divorce continuing on because it brings in money. And we're gonna talk about that divorce court documentary. We're gonna dissect that shit too. It's gonna be a part 1 and a part 2 because that shit like an hour and a half. We're gonna talk about that, and it's been going on. So we're gonna talk about that because this shit been going on for a long time and it's deeper than child support. It's all about money. Chris said he was talking. I know Chris Jetty talked to somebody in the chat. He said child support should be only for absent fathers. The reason why I disagree with that, bro, because a lot of absent fathers are alienated fathers. A lot of absent fathers are fathers who's ran off. So I don't even agree with that, because absent means you're not there. Whether if you was forced out, whether if you ran off, whether if you say I'm gonna be a piece of shit ass nigga and go about your business. So I disagree with that, because you have a lot of absent fathers because of alienation and being ran off by a baby mama terrorist. So that's why I don't agree that an absent father should be on child support. I think it should be a man who planned to have them children, and he decided to go on about his business because of a failed relationship or a divorce, because that could happen the other way around. Or because she moved on, and when she got with somebody else, now all of a sudden he don't want to take care of the child, shit like that. Then I say, yeah, well, hey fam, you made that choice, you had no problem with it, then yeah, you should be on child support if you're not gonna do nothing else. So I mean that's what. So I can't say on absent father. That's like me saying you need to put these absent ass niggas on child support when a lot of y'all are absent because of these baby mama terrorists. So I can't even say that. So that's what I'm saying. It's the ones that use this system unjustly because they want to teach this man a lesson. And also the ones who do that reproductive coercion, take the sperm and put in they shit, and the guy didn't know all that shit, he should have to pay nothing either. Fuck all that. That's his son, daughter shit. No, she did it. So she should pay her own child support. Walmart. Shit. Lavada Clark said, I just left child support out of the equation and just raising my child alone. A man pretended to want a child because he had 0, and now he says he has 7. I'm gone. Let me understand. He said, I just left child support out of the equation and just raising my child all alone. Man pretended to want a child because he had 0. Now he says he has 7. Oh, damn. He lied and said he had no kids because of the fact that he got 7. She said, fuck your child support. I'm just gone. Damn. Hey, I ain't mad at you. I would say fuck child support. You ain't gonna get it anyway. He got 7 motherfucking kids. You ain't getting shit. What, a nickel? Shit. And if all of them got them on child support, I guarantee you're gonna get $20 in the blunder mouth. It ain't even worth it. Walmart. For real. You know? Yeah. Oh, well, if a man waves his rights away, then yeah, he shouldn't have to pay child support either. If he say, hey man, I waive my rights, then yeah, he don't have to pay child support. That means he have no responsibilities. But unfortunately, you can't walk in there and do that, because the baby mama terrorists can turn around and say hell no, and the judge can say hell no. You can't. So now, if a judge say yeah, then yeah, you opt out. But it ain't that simple either. People sit back and say that all you gotta do is just send your rights away. It ain't that simple, because if she disagrees, then that judge 9 out of 10 gonna say, no, you can't do it. Now, if she agree with you, then yeah, it's no problem. It's still up to her. She has the final say so, along with that punk ass judge. Now, I want y'all to see this. Now, originally, when this came out, it said bond is set at $1 million for man accused of the death of 16-year-old stepdaughter inside of Northeast Harris County home. Now, this is the piece of shit right here. He's 60 years old, and this young lady is 16. Now, he's been in the picture for 5 years, but actuality, he's not a stepfather. He's actually a boyfriend. He's actually a boyfriend. This motherfucker, one of these Mr. Vincent ass niggas, did what the fuck he did. So I'm gonna read this, and then I'm gonna play the video. It's a video to it. A judge set bond at $1 million for a man accused of killing his 16-year-old stepdaughter, who was reportedly held captive inside of her Northeast Harris County home. Brisbane. I'm gonna say Brisbane. 60 years old. This dude is 60 years old. This ain't no 40-year-old. This ain't no 30-year-old. This is not an 18-year-old or a 25-year-old. This is a 60-year-old motherfucker. See, I told y'all, to a certain point, age ain't nothing but a number. You sick, you sick. You know what I'm saying? If you're a lunatic, you was a lunatic. If you was a retard, you're a retard. Sometimes age ain't got nothing to do with this type of shit. Shout out to Sean Vire for the $5 donation. They said, Mr. Palmer, keep the pressure on their necks. Don't matter if I do, brother. Now, 60 years old, he is charged for murder in the death of his stepdaughter, 16-year-old Lauren Juma, a junior who attended Nimitz High School and Aldine ISD in the 2400 block of Canton Trace Lane Friday morning. Before the court session began, the presiding judge said Brisbane had waived his right to appear, so he didn't show up. I guess he already knew that, hey, I ain't gonna be able to afford the bond. I know I ain't getting out of jail. What the fuck I'm going for? So he didn't show up to the motherfucker. He waived his rights. According officials in court revealed that Brisbane had displayed erratic behavior prior to the shooting. So he was having erratic behavior, whatever was going on. All right. Now check this part. This is the sad part right here. Police found Lauren dead with her pants down to her knees and with multiple gunshot wounds, according to the court records. Brisbane's pants were also down when deputies took him into custody. Bond conditions given include no contact with family members, no weapons or firearms, subject to random urine analysis, GPS monitoring, and 24-hour house arrest. I don't see how they even offering this dude any chance to get out. He should have a no bond. That's just my opinion. He murdered her in cold blood. He shouldn't have no bond. I don't care if it's $3 million. Even if he can't afford it, he should not have a bond. And they saying if he get out, he can have no contact with family members, no weapons, no firearms, and he got to do a random urine analysis and GPS monitoring and 24-hour house arrest. He shouldn't have no fucking bond. Shout out to Chris Jeff for the $2 donation. He says, I hope that man drops the soap in prison. Shake my damn head. Shake my head. Sad. Yeah, it's very sad. But what they say though, we hate women, we hate black women, we hate all walks of life and all that shit. Okay. Lauren had aspirations to become a police officer and enter the military after high school. Her father told KPRC2 on Friday. The family started a GoFundMe to help with funeral expenses. If you would like to help, click here. Let's see what it say. So they did get donations. Hey man, I gotta say this, fam. I gotta say this. Look, for you brothers out here and you sisters out here, when y'all have a child, when the baby's born, all you gotta do is go to State Farm. All you gotta do is go to Allstate. You get all these insurance companies that you can go to. And to put a baby on life insurance may only cost $9 a month. $9, $10. It don't cost that much to put a baby on life insurance. Now, of course, let's keep it real. No, you don't want to put your baby on life insurance because you don't want to assume that she's gonna die. Well, let's talk reality here. Everybody don't make it to be old. Everybody don't last a lifetime. We all gotta go. And sometimes, due to unquestionable and unfortunate situations, children do die young. The least you can do, if nothing else, for that baby is get life insurance so you don't have to do GoFundMes, so you don't have to pass the hat, so you don't have to sell your house and put, and all that shit, or you ain't gotta do cremation that you really don't want to do, but you got to do it because it's the cheapest thing out of the whole thing. Please get life insurance. Please get life insurance. For a baby and somebody under 18 do not cost that much. And for you or anybody that do not have life insurance on your child, you are selfish and you're a piece of shit. Y'all motherfuckers get your hair hats done, you get your nails did and everything else. You get these fucking Audis and all these motherfucking, you can't get life insurance. But I'm the deadbeat. Yeah, okay. So I'm just saying, if one thing you could do, you get life insurance. It don't cost you no more than $10. Especially if you ain't got no health problem. That baby don't have no health problem, $10. My mama did it for me. I had it for my kids. Because you just never know. And when they turn 18 and they survive, they live, what happens is you can give it to the child, you cash it out, or they could upgrade it to an adult and give it to that person when they're grown. I think it's 18 or 21. So it's come on, man. No excuses. This GoFundMe ain't nothing but the new form of life insurance. The new form of life insurance. But at the same time, since they didn't have life insurance, I'm glad people donated. You know what I'm saying? Their goal was $15,000, and to be honest with you, that's usually the amount it costs to bury and funeral arrangements. Because when my father died, it was $14,000. So that's real. They ain't asked for $100,000. They not asked for $50,000. They not asked for $75,000. So hey, I give them that, because a funeral do cost, burial and funeral, it does cost $15,000. So they donated 17,862. So shout out. I hope I hope they get a little more. You know what I'm saying? But please, please, please get life insurance. That ain't shit for your kid, for your baby. All right. They got over 430. They got 430 donations. Let's read this. This was created 4 days ago. Hello, my name is Larry Young. I'm asking for your help for my 16-year-old daughter who was violently, tragically murdered due to her untimely death. We were not prepared for the financial burden we all face with. Anything you could give would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. And you know what? I'm not surprised the mother did this. I'm not surprised at all. Because, like I said, man, it always be most women that you see on here talking about I need life insurance, so I got to do a GoFundMe because I need donation. Now, when her daughter was murdered, she was out of town working. She was on an out of town trip. You telling me you didn't have no life insurance? Because even at these jobs, they let you put life insurance on yourself and even on your child. You can call the company and say, "Hey, can I put my child on there?" You might have to call the insurance company direct, but you should be able to do it. So I'm not surprised that the mother did it. And notice she said, "I'm asking for help for my daughter." She didn't say for our daughter. She said my daughter. But that's a whole nother story. I'll leave it at that. And yeah, this is from Lori Young, the mother, Richmond, Texas. It's the mother of Lauren Juma. Yeah. Charlotte Rosie and team donated $1,000. I guess that's where the daughter worked at, because they said she was a great employee and team member. She would be deeply missed. Our condolences and thoughts with the family. Okay, so like I said, if y'all want to donate, you just it's right here. I guess you type in her name, if y'all want to donate. But like I said, it don't cost them much for life insurance. Not for no baby, not for no child. But let's go back to the article. Is that it? Okay, that's it. Somebody said, very sick individual, keep these men out your house, ladies. Keep these men out your house, ladies. Them motherfuckers ain't finna listen to you. They're not gonna listen to you. You might as well forget about that one. They're not finna listen to you. Nope. Nope. You forget that one. And then somebody said stepdaughter or a boyfriend. Doesn't work like that. That's why I say they said stepdaughter of a boyfriend. Right. Doesn't work like that. See where they get this stepdaddy shit. This dude was a boyfriend. Women need to be very careful if you have daughters. Because if a man knows you have girls, they will weasel their way into your house. Somebody else said boyfriend is not a stepfather. Poor George, that's interesting. Poor George said job doesn't have family life insurance, but they can send you out of town trips. Hey man, that's what I'm saying. Yep, that's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying, man. I told y'all them stats, boy, them stats real, man. When it comes to that mother and boyfriend shit, mother and boyfriend versus the father and the girlfriend, it's a big ass difference. 6,700 when it comes to the father and the girlfriend. But when it comes to that mother and boyfriend, it's 37,000. I think that was 2020 or 2021 I showed y'all. But see, I'm stupid. I don't know no better. I'm just mad. The reason why all this is going on because I'm mad. Yeah, okay. I'm mad.
Unpredictable in the best way.
I'm mad. I'm mad. That's funny. We finna watch the news video and see what they got to say about this. Uh-oh. Hold on.
Stepfather after being held. We first told you about on.
Even the media's come with that
First told you
stepfather.
about on.
See, somebody, you know what? Before I press play, somebody told the media that he was a stepfather. I'm sure they didn't just come make this shit up that he was stepfather. Somebody said he was a stepfather. And I think the reason why they said that because they wanted to make it sound better and sound good than saying the boyfriend. Because y'all already know when it comes to the boyfriend, you see a lot of crimes and child abuse going on. And who would be? The boyfriend. And usually be a boyfriend simp enforcer who they just met a month ago off eBay. A nigga they met off PS4 and shit. They met him offline on PSN and shit. Hell, you probably met him off Amazon. And the baby like 5 years old, and then you got him babysitting the first week he met your ass. You can't make this shit up. Real talk. That's some shit right there, man. Let's continue.
About on Friday, a teenager shot and killed by her stepfather after being held captive.
Well, today he's scheduled to face a judge. Our Kathy Hernandez is on the story live from downtown Houston. Kathy?
Good morning, and it'll be the first time he appears in court. Van Bresbun is now behind bars this morning on a $1 million bond. Let's take a look at his picture. The 60-year-old is charged for murder in the death of his stepdaughter, 16-year-old Lauren Juma, a junior and cheerleader at Nimitz High School. Lauren's older sister called 911 Friday morning saying her stepfather was holding her sister captive at gunpoint inside their Northeast Harris County home. When deputies arrived, they heard 2 gunshots. They took Brisbane into custody and found Lauren dead inside the home. Brisbane waived his right to appear in probable cause court over the weekend. Still, prosecutors revealed that he had displayed erratic behavior before the shooting. Right now, a motive is unclear. Again, he will appear in court this morning and will be inside the courtroom and keep you updated. Reporting live in downtown Houston, Kathy Hernandez, KPRC2 News.
Kathy, thank you for that.
And you know what? It look like, hey man, I know we ain't supposed to judge book by the cover, but it look like something
Scan
wrong.
the QR code
It
to
look
join
like
KP.
it look like something wrong with that motherfucker. Shit. It look like something wrong with that motherfucker. Now here's the thing. Let's talk. Let's talk on adult tip. Now this person been around for 5 years. You would think that you know you earned his trust or you earned her trust. You think that this person is a good person, man or woman. You know what I'm saying? So who would think 5 years, 10 years, even if you married the person, that you would think that this motherfucker do some shit like this? You know what I mean? This is why it's very, very important that in this day and age, it's very important to watch out who you're around, and you gotta do it step by step, man. If you've been with somebody for 10 years and all that shit, you can't control what happens 10 years later. You know what I mean? But in this situation, she didn't just meet dude and brought him over a week later, and then he did what he did. This dude was there for 5 years. Now, what the question that I want to know is, and we already, if he came out with his pants down and she had her pants down, my question is, has this been going on for a long time? And this little girl said, nah, hell no, I ain't going no more. I'm 16. You ain't gonna just force it, whatever. Or did this dude this dude on some, I can't take this no more, I must have it type of shit. Either way, it's fucked up, but I just want to know. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you going on a business trip out of town and he's there. I get it. She's 16. She's old enough to call like she did and try to run and shit. But I'm just saying, you got to be more protective of your daughters. You got to be more protective of your daughters. You already don't want the father in the picture. You already got him every other weekend. You already got him ran off and you got him washing his hands. The least you could do, since you say you strong and independent and you do the best for your child, at least protect her at all costs. So that's what I wondered. Was he always doing this shit? And this time she said, fuck you. And he said, oh, no, I'm going to kill you. Or she said, I'm going to tell. Or was this motherfucker like, shit, I can't deal with this no more. She ain't here and I can get away with this. Man, I'm going. That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? OG say, or did he shoot and take her pants down? Yeah, I question that too. Either way, he's sick as fuck. And nigga, you know how many motherfuckers you go and give $1, $40 to and get you a freebie, man? I don't know what the fuck wrong with y'all niggas. Y'all niggas crazy. Y'all niggas are crazy. See, these are the simp forces that I be talking about, man, that you women and men got to stay away from. Because these motherfuckers they just as worse as a baby mama tear. They some suicide bombers too, man. Because they'll kill the whole household just for some peace leave. Right, and that's what I'm saying, man. These motherfuckers, man, that's why I told y'all. If the baby mama tears alienate you out the picture and you fought and you tried, you begged, you plead, you cried and all that shit, and something happened to that child, that blood is on her hands. Fuck you. Now, of course, you're gonna be guilty and fucked up because, like, damn, why I have kids with this motherfucker? But that blood is on her hands. And for you women who got a baby daddy Taz that's alienating you out the picture, only a few of them, and something happened on his watch, then that blood on his motherfucking hands, and he deserves to get whatever he get. You know what I'm saying? But I got the bond hearing for this piece of shit. I was going to say baby daddy Terrence, but nah, this nigga is a simp enforcer.
Van Henry Brisbane, he waived court.
Now this is a 5-minute thing. He didn't show up. He said he didn't want to be there. He ain't going. He just they just, you know, they still got to do it. Even if you don't show up, they still got to do it.
He's accused of the first-degree felony offense of murder. Probable cause exists in his case. This case is pending in the 174th District Court with Judge Hazel Jones. Ms. Bradbury?
Yes, Your Honor. The state requests a $2 million bond amount in this case. We're opposed to a PR bond. Under 1703, the state notes the defendant shot and killed his stepdaughter, who is 16 years old, and who was found with her pants around her knees, deceased. When police arrived and the defendant's pants were also down, the state requests the following bond conditions. No contact with Karika Harmon. No contact with Lori Young. No contact with any of the decedent's family members, personally or through a third party. No contact with 20407 Hanson Trace Trail in Humble, Texas. No weapons or firearms, no drugs or alcohol, random urinalysis, GPS monitoring, 24-hour house arrest.
I want y'all to understand. Logan said, damn, $2 million. The bond was set for 1 million. They was trying to get 2 million, but they set it for 1 million. So it's not 2 million. The article did say 2 million, but it is 1 million. They set it for $1 million. We got 240 people in here. We got 134 likes. Let's definitely get the likes up to at least 200 if possible. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can still donate too. You know what I mean? This is some real shit that y'all need to understand that happens all the time. The only difference is this dude's been in the picture for 5 years. Most of the time, these baby mama Teds have a dude that she only met a month ago. I'm just saying. So this dude should not have no fucking bond at all. But they gave him $1 million bond. Yeah, most likely he can't afford it, but he shouldn't have no bond at all. Fuck you. But let's continue.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. Bradbury. Ms. Allen, on behalf of Mr. Brisbane.
Yes, Your Honor. We're going to request for a $50,000 bond for Mr. Brisbane. He is 60 years old and has ties to Houston, as he's been living in Houston for the past 6 years. We are going to be opposed to a 24-hour house arrest condition as the state requested, as Mr. Brisbane has been working as an independent contractor with the company for the past year. He did receive his high school diploma and also has transportation back to court with his own vehicle. And that's it, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. Allen. All right, Mr. Brisbane scores a 2-2 and is a yes to the new violent criminal activity flag. He will have the following conditions of bond in his case. He's not to have any contact with the complainant's LJ's family or household members, including but not limited to Lori Young and Karika Harmon. He has to remain within Harris County and surrounding counties while this case is pending, unless Judge Jones decides otherwise. He cannot use, possess, or consume any alcohol or drugs. He cannot possess any weapons, firearms, or ammunition. And he will have an electronic monitor. He will get that monitor within 10 days.
As you see, they gave him $1 million bond, but he's still locked up. I don't think he got 10% of that. But they saying just in case he was to get out, he can't have no contact with the family. He got to be on a monitor. He's going to be on GPS monitor. He can't have no guns, and he's going to be in the house for 24 hours. Shout out to Brown Hornet for the 999. He said this is sickening, very sickening. Very sickening. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time though, when you call this shit out, what do they tell you? They tell you your mama black and
How dare you do this to me? How do you live with yourself?
see, that's what they tell me. I hate my skin and everything else.
Bond in this case will be set at $1 million. I'm not approving a personal bond. The allegation here is that the complainant's mother was contacted. She was concerned that Mr. Brisbane allegedly displayed some erratic behavior. She contacted her other daughter and asked her to go over to the home. Also, police were called. While the police were at the scene and the sister of the complainant were there, before they could enter the home, they heard 2 shots. Apparently, or allegedly, the complainant was shot in the head. It's also noted that her pants were supposedly down around her ankles. And also it's noted that police observed allegedly that Mr. Brisbane, he was pulling his pants up as he exited the home. So I have serious concerns for community safety and for the safety of this decedent's, or the complainant, family. Bail will be set at $1 million. The issue of bond reduction can be addressed in the trial court.
So this dude shot her in the head, and for what we can say allegedly that he attempted or he did grape her, and y'all want to give him a $1 million bond. You can't make this shit up. And somebody in the chat say he might get out. And he might. Maybe he got some money put up that he could pay to get out. Maybe he got some family that still look out for. I don't know. I'm gonna show his face again because somebody asked, how he look. Y'all need to see how this motherfucker look. But I'm just saying that they're gonna give him $1 million bond. Boy, you can't make this shit up.
All right, is there anything else from the state, Ms. Bradbury?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Anything else from the defense, Ms. Allen?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you so much for staying over. All right, that's going to conclude the 4 a.m. Class A and B misdemeanor and felony docket.
Can't make this shit up. Let's I'll show you his face again. Let me see. Now I want y'all to see something right quick. Is this it? I want y'all to see something right quick. This motherfucker right here. In his orange jumpsuit. Mr. Brisbane, that's his name. Van Brisbane. So I want y'all to see this. And I want your thoughts on this.
In honor of Military Appreciation Month, KPRC.
Oh, they doing that commercial shit. I don't know why they put everything with commercial. Shit, you can't even play the news because they got to have commercial. I guess everybody got to get paid somehow. Shit. I want y'all to see this. Oh, I forgot to put the motherfucking
Hernandez. Van Brisbane is charged with murder and the death of Lauren Juma, a junior who attended Nimitz High School in Aldine ISD. Our Kathy Hernandez joining us live from down.
Now I don't know why when I pause it, it goes small, but this the motherfucker right here. He's 60 years old. He's an independent contractor, and they say he got his own vehicle. He's been with the mother for 5 years. So he's been around a child since she was 11. You know what I'm saying? So that's him. But it ain't over with. Let's continue.
Downtown, what was decided in the courtroom this morning. Kathy?
Good morning. All of this went down just a few minutes ago, so we are working to get you all of this information. But what I can tell you right now, a judge increased his bond to $2 million. This while investigators are waiting results to determine if Van.
Okay, so they said they increased it to $2 million. So it was $1 million because first it was $2 million. Then they said $1 million. So now it's increased to $2 million. Okay, so $2 million chance to get out. He still should not have a bond. It don't matter. He shouldn't have no bond. But let's continue.
Brisbane sexually assaulted the victim before he killed her. 60-year-old Brisbane, a judge increased.
I want y'all to hear that again. So now they said that he allegedly raped his girlfriend's daughter, not stepdaughter. He raped the girlfriend's daughter before he killed her.
Increased his bond to $2 million. This while investigators are waiting results to determine if Van Brisbane sexually assaulted the victim before he killed her. 60-year-old Brisbane is charged with murder and the death of his stepdaughter, 16-year-old Laura Juma. He stood in court this morning wearing an orange jumpsuit. According to prosecutors, Lauren called her mom on FaceTime Friday morning, saying he was standing inside her room in the dark and wanted her to tell him to get out, which she did. They say Lauren then screamed, "Mom, he has a gun," and then the call ended. When deputies arrived, they heard 2 gunshots. They took Brisbane into custody and found Lauren dead inside the home. Her father told us she wanted to join the military after high school and one day become a police officer. We talked to Brisbane's niece, who is here inside the courtroom and very emotional.
This is what I want y'all to see. You're going to see, this is his niece. This is Brisbane's niece. His niece. Not the girlfriend's niece. This is his niece. I want y'all to hear what she got to say.
I don't know. I can't say that I support my uncle and what he did, because I don't. I love my uncle. He is my uncle. I'm going to always be for him. But at the same time, you have to understand that people have to be accountable for their actions. If we don't hold people accountable for the things that they do wrong, then people will continue to do wrong. You can't determine what's right or what's wrong based off of a blood relation. I love my uncle to death. I swear I do. But I will never be able to understand how he did something like this to Lauren. He loved Lauren, and Lauren loved the life out of him. How he could take her life from her, I can never understand it.
Very emotional moments there here at the courthouse. Again, a judge increased his bond to $2 million. This while they are awaiting results to see if he sexually assaulted the victim before he killed her. They say those charges could be upgraded to capital murder. Reporting live in downtown Houston, Kathy Hernandez, KPRC2 News.
Kathy, thank you. Now,
I think he did. Whether if he did it before he killed her or after he killed her, I think he did.
In honor of Military Appreciation Month, KPRC2 is part.
Shut up. I think he did. So that was a niece. That was his niece. That was his niece. This motherfucker right here. And Zodiac, and I heard that too. Zodiac Fun said the teen's friends were saying she didn't even like him. So I don't know why that. He definitely loved her, and he loved her. She definitely loved him as shit, because from what a lot of shit I've been seeing online, she said she never cared for him, didn't like him. Shit, I ain't got nothing to say. Fuck out of here. Now, don't get it twisted. You have children that don't like the new boyfriend, because most likely they want the father and the mother to be together. What kid don't? But then you have some that really mean, hey, I don't like dude because I don't like the way he is towards my mama. I don't like the way he is around me. I don't like the way he acts, and so on. And vice versa, if it's the father's girlfriend. A lot of the kids don't like her because that's not their mama. They don't like her because their mama told them not to like her. It could be because, hell, maybe she's a piece of shit and using their daddy. But You know, this is why as a parent, you have to really take notice when your child says, I don't like him, I don't like her, and go from there. Because it could be because, like I said, it could be because regardless of who he with, they ain't gonna like her regardless, because they ain't my mama, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? But again, in this situation, she said she never liked dude. So I don't know where all this love shit came from with the niece, but you know, she heard about the whole thing. She got the shirt on representing Lauren. So, you know, she said, hey, he should be held accountable. You know, it is what it is. So I want you to check out this other news clip.
10-pin bowling lounge. That's where family members say Tashana Anderson caught her friend's boyfriend with another woman. Soon, that love scandal ending in tragedy.
Nah, wait a minute. That ain't it. It's another one. This ain't what I want to show y'all. Hold on. That's somebody else. Oh, I'm gonna show y'all this afterwards. Yeah, I do want y'all to see this because y'all gonna learn about getting in people's business. Yeah, I do want to show y'all that, but not now. That ain't related to this story. All right, here we go. I think this is the video where you're gonna see the mother speaks. The mother's gonna speak. This is what I'm looking for.
Time now 5:03. Now to a story out of Humble we first brought to you as breaking news.
Yeah, the man accused of shooting and killing his girlfriend's 16-year-old daughter is set to appear before a judge.
So while they run around, the realist, the realist said, "What is grape? How does somebody grape somebody?" Hey y'all, tell them what grape is. Oh man, he said, "What the fuck?" He said, "What's grape?" Oh man. Let them know what grape is, man. Oh shit. Let them know what grape is and why I'm saying grape. Let's get it going, man.
Now to a story out of Humble we first brought to you as breaking news.
Yeah, the man accused of shooting and killing his girlfriend's 16-year-old daughter is set to appear before a judge. Meanwhile, on Friday, friends and family came together to remember 16-year-old Lauren Juma. She was a sophomore at Nimitz High School, where her family says she just joined the cheer squad.
Our Ugochi Iloka has been following this case, and she is live this morning outside of the courthouse. Ugochi, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Kimberly and Dave. In just a few hours, the man accused of killing his girlfriend's daughter, a 16-year-old at Nimitz High School, she was a sophomore, will face a judge. This morning, we're also hearing from the mother that she was with this man for 5 years and never expected anything like this to happen. He's being held on a $1 million bond at the Harris County Jail, and we're learning more new disturbing details about what happened Friday morning when 16-year-old Lauren Juma was shot and killed. 60-year-old Van Brisbane is charged in her murder, and over the weekend, prosecutors told a probable cause court judge that police found her with her pants down. Investigators say when Brisbane walked out of the home in Humble, where she was killed, they saw him pulling up his pants. Now, Lauren's mom and sister, who weren't home at the time, claim they both spoke to her on the phone before her murder.
Before she speak, this is the mother. That's let me that's the mother. But here's the thing. I want y'all to understand, when he walked out that house pulling his pants up, you know what that motherfucker said? He said, "Do what you have to do." Now, remember I told y'all, when these baby mama tears holler grape, I need to see proof. I need to see receipts. I'm not going to just jump to no bitch's defense, because these bitches lie all the time with the false allegations, with sexual assault and all this shit, with this fake Me Too shit. But this right here, he really got caught with his pants down. This motherfucker actually got witnesses showing that he putting his pants up, and when they go in the house, she's deceased with her pants down. So either he attempted, either he did. Now the question is, did he do it before he killed her or after he killed her? You see what I'm saying? So something like this, yeah, he deserved to get whatever he get. He deserved whatever he get. But y'all motherfuckers sit back and tell me I hate women. No, I don't hate women. I hate baby mama terrorists. I don't hate no woman. I don't hate kids. You baby mama terrorists hate kids because y'all motherfuckers get custody and y'all abuse them mentally, physically, sexually, and everything else. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't understand. Y'all don't talk about this. Oh, no, let me change that. They'll talk about it. Yes, they will. They'll talk about it, but they're not going to talk about the whole thing because they're not going to talk about the mother going out of town and leaving her with the motherfucker or not having insurance and shit. That's the difference. They're not going to talk about all that. So you're right. They will talk about him. They're not going to talk about the whole core of this whole unfortunate situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I believe he smashed her after he killed her. I believe that too. So he did some Ted Bundy shit. This dude's 60 years old and still got the mind of some grape-his ass pervert. I'm sure. And they gave him a bond. I don't get how they gave him a bond. I don't get how they gave him a $5 million bond. He shouldn't have no bond, but our society, let's continue. We're going to hear the mother speak. And I'm not going to lie. I don't see no tears. I just see her looking like, woe is me or whatever. You had a niece more emotional than she was. But, you know, people do grieve differently. I can say that.
I just know my baby called me on the phone, FaceTime me, and she said, "Mom, help me." And by that time, he hung her phone up. And that's the last time I heard her voice.
I was there for about 3 minutes before I heard 2 gunshots go off.
Hey, y'all. I don't mean no disrespect. I don't mean no disrespect. Yeah. Gee, I don't mean no disrespect. but this is a definition of alopecia. This right here, this. This one.
And I could just remember running up to the house and the officers telling me to go back to my car.
Yeah, what a devastating time for this family. If you'd like to help the family with funeral expenses for Lauren, a GoFundMe link is available on KHU.com. And Steph will be following what's next in this case when Brisbane has his court hearing around 9 a.m. this morning.
Disturbing new details coming out of that story. Gochi Loca live in downtown Houston.
Oh, shit. Damn. Ooh, boy, y'all. Ooh, man. Hey, man. Big Fazo says grape is a person, place, a thing. Let Big Fazo know what grape is. Shit.
3 minutes before I heard.
I'm just saying, G. Hey, man. I'm sorry. The goddamn. Woo. Maybe it's the edges that make it obvious. I don't know. Maybe it's the edges. I'm just saying. Woo. I think it's the edges that made me pay attention, man. And then you got the nails to go with it. Woo. But y'all heard the mother speaking, and yeah, she asked her mother to get him to leave her alone, and he wouldn't, and unfortunately he did what he did. You know what I'm saying? God damn. Now I want y'all to hear from the father. Now I got a clip with the father. The father's going, the biological father is gonna speak his piece on this situation. I want to hear what he got to say. I didn't watch this. Shout out to Simply a Diva for sending this to me. She actually sent it to me while I was doing the live, because I did not find nothing with the father. So I'm glad. Appreciate you, my sister. Shit. She better off just cutting the ball, man. Shout out to our duo for the $5 donation. Said, I'm anti-Simp dad to protect myself from false charges. Shout out to you, my brother. Damn. But let's see what the father got to say. Everybody tune in for the first time. If you don't know what grape is, grape means, just take the G off and they'll let you know what grape is. We say grape, you'll hear a lot of people on YouTube say grape because YouTube will flag you for saying the R word. So we say grape instead of, so we use grape, just take the G off. That's what grape is. It's not a fruit, it's not a person, it's not a thing. Grape means when you take the G off. Let's see what the father got to say.
First tonight at 9, a 60-year-old man in Humble is facing a murder charge, accused of shooting and killing his girlfriend's 16-year-old daughter.
We spoke with the father and stepmom tonight as they are now forced to say goodbye. Our Tiffany Justice joining us live with this story. Tiffany.
Right, the family still trying to wrap their heads around the fact that she was killed and how she was so brutally taken away.
My daughter was a very wonderful, caring person. She was very friendly, nice, and she had her friends. Everybody loved her.
A teen's life violently taken away by someone family says she trusted. This once quiet, humble neighborhood still in shock by a shooting that took the life of 16-year-old Lauren Juma, a student at Nimitz High School.
He does not need to be let go or set free because a monster like that would kill an innocent little girl that he was in her life, that she trusted.
Let me back up. I'm assuming it's the father, and I'm assuming that's his wife, stepmom. That's a stepmom, but I'm assuming that's him and her. I'm trying to see who this talking. I don't know if this is stepmom talking. Let me see. I want to see. I'm trying to see if this is the stepmom talking or a friend of hers.
And how she was so brutally taken away.
My daughter was a very wonderful, caring person.
That's the father.
Very friendly, nice.
Stepmom, okay.
She had her friends. Everybody loved her.
A teen's life violently taken away by someone family says she trusted. This once quiet, humble neighborhood still in shock by a shooting that took the life of 16-year-old Lauren Juma, a student at Nimitz High School.
He does not need to be let go or set free because a monster like that would kill an innocent little girl that he was in her life, that she trusted for years.
This man is now in custody facing a murder.
So that was the stepmother talking, and this is an interesting question. And shout out to Frank, man, for the 1999. He said, and this is a good question. I wonder why the mother would take the oldest daughter but leave the youngest daughter around her man? You can't make this shit up. That's a damn good question. Cause they had two kids together. They have a 19-year-old daughter. And the youngest was 16. And I don't know, maybe she wanted to go with the father and the mother didn't make a big deal about it. And the daughter said, all right, I say my mother, or I don't know. Because I don't know if he was on child support. I don't know if he was involved in that, but that is a question, because it's two daughters. And that's a good question. I'm definitely have to open up the chat to this shit. I wonder why the mother would take the oldest daughter. Why the mother would take the oldest, take the other daughter, but leave the youngest daughter around her man. That is a good question. And I had to say this. The father looked good for herself. The mother looked, the daughter looked more like the father. Buck Network said, didn't he get out of prison? I don't know his background. I don't know if he's been in jail before. I don't know. But that opened up a whole nother realm. Why you got the youngest daughter and not the oldest daughter? That is the older daughter was staying with the father. Or she was over there with the father. That's a good question. We're gonna talk about this. Shout out to Frank, man. Appreciate you, brother, for the $19.99. Thank you. Y'all piggyback with Frank and donate to the channel. This is Cows Gang. I'm coming with some real shit, man. That just opened up a whole nother topic to talk about. I forgot that it was an older daughter. And let me tell you, because I didn't read the article, I just let y'all see the video. What happened was the older daughter, the 19-year-old, came to the door and was knocking on the door and telling him, bring her out. He said, hell no, he wasn't letting her out. So I believe she's the one who called 911. That's why the police was there when he walked out the house. Now the daughter, the 16-year-old, was calling the mom on FaceTime saying, hey, can you get him to leave me alone? Get him away from me. And she tried. And he basically said, excuse me, he said, fuck you, and the phone went off. And that's when he did what he did. So yeah, we gotta talk about that. But let's continue. I see after he left his ex-wife, I'm assuming they was married, the mother and the father, I'm assuming they was married. He left and got him a white woman. Shit, he said, I'm gone. Fuck this shit.
Murder charge, the victim's mother's boyfriend. A suspect, 6-year-old Van Brisbane, came out of the house, according to police, telling them to do.
And you know what? I just thought about it. Now, mind you, that brother, the father, like he's in his 40s. The father, like he's in his 40s. And that even though the mother look old, she ain't nowhere near 60 years old. So, in my opinion, it looked like she got with an older guy. See, a lot of women will get with an older guy because, hey, I ain't got to do so much with dude. You know what I'm saying? He got money to blow. He got more money than me. He can take care of me and all this shit. But what you don't realize, a 60-year-old could be a pervert, a sicko, a rapist, just as much as a 30-year-old. You can't make this shit up. Pay my bills and all this shit, and I could get him to be a sucker ass nigga and all this shit. Security. Yeah. But you got this dude for security, or you got this dude because maybe he high value. But you didn't realize this high value was a fucking target for kids. You can't make this shit up. Because the mother is not 60 years old. She's not close to 60 years old. So she got up with an older man, not out of love, not because, hey, he's a good person. Got with him because of stability. You should have told that old ass Simp and forced her to get some insurance for your funky ass. Shout out to Eternally Strong for the $20 donation. He said, these evil women railroad decent men and welcome these wicked men with open arms. These people don't realize how much harm these baby mama tears has brought to their own children 1,000 times over. Thanks addressing this topic, Judge. I appreciate you, my brother. Why you think I talked about the bullshit what they be talking about yesterday when I was talking about the black woman are strong and independent. Yeah. See? Yeah. Maybe it looked like she was on drugs to me, but that's allegedly. But let's continue. He looked like he on some shit too. But let's continue. I was just saying, that was a good question, Frank. We're gonna talk about that.
Mother's boyfriend. A suspect 6-year-old Van Brisbane came out of the house, according to police, telling them to do what they had to do. Police say the teen was on the phone with her mother just before the shooting. We're told Lauren's older sister was the one who called 911 this morning, telling them that Lauren was being held at gunpoint by her mother's boyfriend. The mother out of town for work, arriving back home to her daughter dead.
Death is too good for him. When he walked outside and said, do what you gotta do, he was looking for death. It is too good for him. He needs to rot in prison.
Police say as deputies were arriving to the home, they heard the gunshots as they were approaching the front door. Neighbors speaking with Fox 26 saying they're rattled by the death, saying it's going to forever change the neighborhood.
This was a good neighborhood, quiet. We don't have crime. So now when you look us up, the only crime you have is a murder, and it's a child.
She was like, Dad, I'm going to give me a job. That's what she did. And I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to get my own car. That's what she recently just did.
Now, family says after graduating, she was planning to join the Air Force. Police say they're still trying to determine a motive and that Brisbane is not being cooperative. Reporting live, Tiffany Justice, Fox 26 News.
So, of course, he's still not being cooperative, which what the fuck can you say? We know what the fuck the nigga did. We know what he did or tried to do. We know. It's
The man
obvious.
charged with the murder.
Let's see what this talking about. I'm gonna play one more video. And again, shout out to Simp a Diva. Let's see. This one, the niece. I guess they took a clip from what the niece said, but let's watch anyway. See if there's anything different.
The man charged with the murder of a 16-year-old. This morning, Van Brisbane facing a judge again. Ugochi Iloka joins us live from downtown Houston. And Ugochi, some big developments today.
Yeah, Sherman, big development, such a tough case here. We know that a judge just increased the bond for the man accused of killing a Nimitz High School sophomore and increased it from $1 million to $2 million. We could hear crying in the courtroom from relatives as soon as the order was given. Take a look at your screen here. This is 60-year-old Van Brisbane. He's facing a judge within the last 2 hours. Now, he's charged with murdering his girlfriend's 16-year-old daughter, Lauren Juma. Prosecutors said in the hearing that Juma was found dead with her shorts down to her ankles. They go on to say Brisbane was seen pulling up and adjusting his pants while coming out of their humble home after 2 shots were heard. Investigators say Lauren was on the phone with her mom and sister prior to her death and said she woke up to Brisbane standing in the dark in her room acting weird.
So wait a minute. So this motherfucker, now the mom's out of town on a business trip, that's what they say. And he over in her room standing there in the dark. You can't make this shit up.
Acting weird. We saw Brisbane's niece in court, who you can imagine was very emotional.
I love my uncle to death. I swear I do. But I will never be able to understand how he did something like this to Lauren. He loved Lauren and Lauren loved the life out of him. How he could take her life from her. I can never understand it.
You can see just how devastating this is for the family, especially for the mom, really thinking of all of them. Today, we understand the judge.
That's the problem I have with this puss ass media. Notice she said, especially for the mom. What about the motherfucking dad? What about the father? See, I told you fathers ain't shit. Fathers not important. Fathers not needed. Fathers are deadbeats. Fathers are lowlifes. Fathers are runners. They abandoned and everything else. This motherfucker right here, this fat wannabe black talking motherfucker who's really Nigerian or African, is telling you, especially for the mom. You see this motherfucker? It's on the word right here. See this motherfucker right here? Instead of saying that, damn, the niece is crying with tears, hurt about what the fuck he did, but the mom ain't did shit. All she did was post up a GoFundMe and say, hey, we need money to bury her. My daughter. Yeah, sperm donor. See, this is shit I be talking about. The media, our societies, these baby mama terrorists, men ain't shit. We don't need them. Who needs the father? You got GoFundMe in this motherfucker. Who needs a father? You got government daddy's handouts out here. I'm strong and independent, but yet you got child support. You got motherfucking link card, WIC, Section 8 vouchers, and everything else to get that you can get for free. Especially for the mom. See, that's what I'm trying to say. This is why I tell y'all men, please, please, please speak up. Please put out these receipts that these baby mama tests that they say, especially for the mom, are not really moms. They're wolves in sheep clothing. They're baby mama terrorists. They the one who have boyfriends around for the wrong reasons and shit like that. They don't vet them. They meet them on eBay. They fuck around, let them move in a month later, and then say the child loved him and he loved the child. Yeah, okay. We see very differently today. So on that note, I'm gonna let Denzel speak on behalf of Malcolm X.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
She said, especially for the mom. When the father go to them schools, most of them baby mama tell be surprised the father involved. Where's the mom? What happened to the mom? Bitch, I'm here. See, I didn't have that problem when I was going to school. Everybody knew who the fuck I was. But I told you, these baby mama tests say they strong and independent. You know, they Hulk Hogan this motherfucker. Except when you look at the stats, when they say single mothers and borderline of poverty or under poverty, 1.4 million. But they tell you that's an honor and they are real strong and real leaders and real pillars of the black community. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Not at all. Let's hit this bullshit again before we end this motherfucker. Before we end this bullshit. Devastating for the family, especially the mom. The fuck you talking? The fuck out of here.
Yeah, you can see just how devastating this is for the family, especially for the mom, really thinking of all of them. Today, we understand the judge rushed an order to get the forensics evidence tests in this case to see if sexual assault was in fact a factor here. Sherman?
The fuck out of here. This motherfucker said, especially for the mom. Even though the dad spoke, the stepmom spoke. Fuck that mean. Fuck out of here. No accountability. I told you they don't have to have no. I told you they do not have to have no type of accountability. But I really now want to know why was the older daughter over at the father house and the younger daughter was over there with him. You can't make this shit up. I want y'all to check this out. This a whole nother article. I'm gonna read this to y'all, and then I'm gonna play the news clip. This happened in Chicago. I want to talk about this because sometimes it's not good to get involved in other people's relationships. Sometimes it's good to just stay out the motherfucker. Sometimes it's good to just mind your business. Sometimes it's good to just stay away. You know what I mean? But I want y'all to see this. Let me make it bigger. And then I'm opening the lines and we're gonna talk about, and I know more of y'all gonna talk about the unfortunate situation with the daughter, which is fine. But I wanna let y'all check this out. This came out Sunday, May 1st, Channel 7 News. This was a Chicago shooting. Woman killed downtown, caught friend's boyfriend with other woman, family says. So, this woman right here was murdered. This is the friend. This is not the girlfriend. He didn't kill the girlfriend. He shot the girlfriend's friend. So I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna play the news. I want y'all to check this out. The family of two women shot, one killed in River North Saturday, are speaking out about what they said led to the shooting. Tashana Anderson, 26 years old, and her sister, 31-year-old LaShawn Anderson, were inside a 10-pin bowling lounge in River North when Tashana caught her friend's boyfriend with another woman, according to family, right? So the friend caught her friend's boyfriend with another woman at the bowling alley, right? Soon, that love scandal ended in tragedy. She told me to tell her daughter she loves her. After that, she wasn't taking breaths. She was trying to breathe, and it wasn't going away, said LaShawn, who also suffered a gunshot wound from the incident. LaShawn is now left barely able to walk after being shot through the thigh and watching her sister take her last breath. I'm telling her you can make it, you can hold on because she's strong, LaShawn recalled. The family shared what would be the final picture of LaShawn taken inside of the bathroom at T-Pen shortly before she went outside to meet her friend, who was confronting her boyfriend. Shortly after 1 a.m. Saturday, LaShawn said she witnessed the unthinkable. She was like, he shot me, she said. LaShawn said she saw the man get out of the passenger side and punch her cousin to the ground before taking aim at the two sisters. I'm going to say it again. LaShawn said she saw the man get out the passenger side and punch her cousin to the ground before taking aim at the two sisters. Both of them were able to reach the other right at the spot where LaShawn said she worked desperately to save her sister's life. I was putting pressure on her wound so it wouldn't bleed out no more, LaShawn said. But Tashana didn't make it as the alleged shooter drove off. Why would you shoot my sister? She wasn't arguing with him or nothing. She wasn't even arguing with him. She's taking up for a friend, LaShawn said. Police said at this time, no one is in custody as Tashana's family is left grieving behind this sudden loss. It just happened so fast, LaShawn said. And I'm going to let y'all hear that again. Why would you shoot my sister? She wasn't arguing with him or nothing. She wasn't even arguing with him. She was taking up for her friend. All right. Let me let y'all check this out.
She told me to tell her daughter she loved her. And after that, it just kept on, like, she was taking breath. She was trying to, breathe. And it was, like, going away.
LaShawn Anderson left barely able to.
So that was the sister talking.
It all started inside of the 10-pin bowling lounge. That's where family members say Tashana Anderson caught her friend's boyfriend with another woman. Soon, that love scandal ending in tragedy.
She told me to tell her daughter she loved her. And after that, it just kept on, like, she was taking breath. She was trying to, breathe. and it was like going away.
LaShawn Anderson left barely able to walk after being shot through the thigh and watching her sister take her last breath.
I'm telling her that you can make it, you can hold on, because I know she's strong.
This would be the final picture of the sisters taken inside of the bathroom at 10 Pins in River North before Tashana went outside to meet her friend who was confronting her boyfriend.
Caller, she's saying that she's yelling at somebody to get out her car. She's going to shoot them.
And shortly after one Saturday morning, LaShawn says she witnessed.
Let's hear that again.
Her boyfriend.
Caller, she's saying that she's yelling at somebody to get out her car. She's going to shoot them.
And shortly after one Saturday morning, LaShawn says she witnessed the unthinkable.
She like, he shot me.
LaShawn says she saw the man get out of the passenger side, punch her cousin to the ground before taking aim at the two sisters, both of them able to reach each other right here at this spot where LaShawn says she worked desperately to save her sister's life.
I was putting pressure on her little wound that she got so it won't bleed out no more.
But she never made it, and she says the alleged shooter drove off.
Why would you shoot my sister? For no reason. She won't argue with him or nothing. Right. She won't never argue with him. She was taking up for her friend.
Police say at this time, no one is in custody as Tashana's family is now left grieving her sudden loss.
I can't get the image out of my head, and I just wanted her to hold on, like, because she have a daughter and she only one.
So now the 1-year-old baby is left without a mother. The 1-year-old baby is left without a mother. I want y'all to see one more video. This is more information because it happened near the House of Blues in Chicago. I want y'all to check this out. And it is a very unfortunate situation. And this is going to be for you women out here. I'm going to talk to you about this.
For 1 a.m, there was a homicide that took place outside of a bowling alley. This incident was a domestic-related incident where the offender in this incident was with a woman, and the offender's, ex-girlfriend or another woman that he, basically was a girlfriend. There was an argument, and the argument, they left the bowling alley. That argument ensued outside. The offender and a female were seated inside of a vehicle. His ex-girlfriend and additional females were outside the vehicle. The argument continued to escalate, at which point the male offender exited the vehicle, discharged his weapon, causing the death of one of the females and then shooting another female and then fled the scene. So the detectives are working with all the people involved, and they are seeking to apprehend this offender.
Now, I hope y'all heard this. I hope y'all heard it real good. I'm gonna play it one more time, and then I'm gonna tell you what the truth is. I'm gonna tell you again, but I want you to hear what he said. For you dumb motherfuckers in the back, I want y'all to listen real clearly on what he said on what happened.
So on the 30th of April at 358 North State, at just after 1 a.m, there was a homicide that took place outside of a bowling alley. This incident was a domestic-related incident where the offender in this incident was with a woman, and the offender's, ex-girlfriend or another woman that he, basically was a girlfriend. There was an argument, and the argument, they left the bowling alley. That argument ensued outside. The offender and a female were seated inside of a vehicle. His ex-girlfriend and additional females were outside the vehicle. The argument continued to escalate, at which point the male offender exited the vehicle, discharged his weapon, causing the death of one of the females and then shooting another female and then fled the scene. So the detectives are working with all the people involved, and they are seeking to apprehend this offender.
Now, you notice the sister said, when we read the article, and she said she didn't cuss him out, she didn't threaten him, she didn't argue with him or nothing, right? Now, you heard what the officer said. The officer said that they was all around his car. They was going back and forth. And usually when they say it's going back and forth, they're arguing. Now he in the car. So you walk up to the car talking shit. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing I want y'all to understand. I'm gonna tell y'all from sources that I know that know about this case and this situation. Dude's still on the run for what I know. And the girl he was with is still on the run. They was all at this bowling alley, right? And the friend saw him with another woman. She called her friend up and said, hey, girl, he with another woman. Your guy here with another woman, right? So she come out there. She confronts him. She talks her shit. But guess what? And I got to give a shout out to that girl. The girlfriend that came up there, she talked her shit. Guess what she did afterwards? She went on about her business and left. She didn't stay. She left. The girlfriend called him, said what she had to say. She probably cussed him out, called him all types of motherfuckers, but she left. She left. So if she left, then you would think it'd be over with, right? Because she gone. Her friend should be gone because you did your job. You told the girlfriend. She came up there and called him up. She said what she had to say. Why is you still arguing with this dude talking shit when his girlfriend who said what she had to say went on about her business? So you arguing with this dude, and this dude gets out the car. I'm not sure if he left and came back, but he got out that car. He punched the cousin and shot her and shot the sister, killed the sister, and went on about his business and drove off. Let me explain something to you, women. Sometimes it's best to just don't get involved. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to put it back to what I said about these baby mama terrorists who be raising these son husbands and raising these emotional ass simps. A lot of us men been caught up back in high school, back in the day. We got caught cheating. And when we got caught cheating, we either had to bite the bullet, lie about it, or accept it and try to work it out later, beg, plead, or whatever, or just say, fuck it, I'm gone anyway, fuck you, right? In this day and age, you got these son, husband, beta, simping forces in the making. Then I tell y'all, these baby mama terrorists raise these type of boys because the daddy's not in the picture. And what did I tell y'all, brothers? These baby mama terrorists raise individuals like him who are emotionals. They're not thinkers. They're reactors. They get hurt easily. They don't man up easily. They can't lead. They can't protect. They can't shield. They can't fight. It's a lot of stuff they can't do that the average man do. And again, I have to say this. When y'all motherfucking baby mama terrorists with all these videos talking about these up-and-coming black men, boys, that's supposed to be men or supposed to lead up to be men, or the way they are, I ask y'all all the time, who raised them? Who are the leaders in the household? Who are the pillars of the community? Who are the most best fit, says government daddy. See, this is why I told y'all that when y'all motherfuckers talk shit about these dudes that act like alphabets, they weak, they emotional, they can't lead, they can't do shit, they can't get a job, can't keep a job, they have to get high all day long and shit like that. Who raised them? Who been having custody of our boys for the last 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 fucking years? This is why I tell y'all women who support this channel that know better, these are the type of dudes that's going to be trying to marry your daughter. These are going to be the type of dudes that's going to try to have a relationship with your daughter. This is going to be the dude that's going to try to knock up your daughter. So these baby mama terrorists is not just a threat amongst men. They're a threat amongst traditional women and real women. I'm just letting you know. See, so Even though that baby mama Taz ain't bother you, but the son that she created and raised and manipulated and made weak, and a son husband ass weak simp enforcer, he'll be knocking at your door talking about, can your daughter come out? You can't make this shit up. But at the same time, I have to say this. When that girlfriend left, that the girlfriend called him up and talked that shit and left, you should have left along with her. But nah, you sitting there cussing him out, talking shit, probably saying, yeah, that's what you get, you bitch ass nigga and everything else. And by him being emotional ass simp, he said, fuck the dumb shit. Let me go ahead and do the MGK. And how many of you brothers can relate to where you told your friend, your guy friend, you say, hey, bro, I saw your girl fucking around with so-and-so up the street. Don't tell her I said it. Play it cool and start investigating. You know what I'm saying? And this whole ass motherfucker go confront her and say, yeah, so-and-so told me you was with so-and-so, so-and-so. So now you put your friend in the mix. So now she hates you. He ain't gonna fuck with you. And they still together in this motherfucker. You can't make this shit up.
I can't see you though, bitch.
Not at all. How many of you men and women that try to tell your friend or cousin or your uncle or your mama, hey, I saw your guy or your woman with fucking around with so-and-so. I'm just telling you, don't put my name in it. And they go out to the motherfucker and put your name in it. And then, not only that, even though you told the truth, they still ain't break up with the motherfucker. They still together. And now he ain't talking to you. She definitely hates you. She want to get you assassinated. You can't make, that's like I say, it ain't, sometimes it ain't worth saying nothing. Because these motherfuckers actually go back and say, yeah, Blanco told me that you was fucking around and he saw you red-handed. And my dumb ass fought for whatever she say, suck my dick good or whatever. And now I ain't fuck with Blanco and she definitely hates your ass. So now you out the picture and she gonna still do damage and I'm gonna be that dumb motherfucker still involved the hoe. I'm just saying, man, they both hate you. So sometimes it's best to just mind your business. Even in the Bible, for those who are Christian, it tells you mind your business. Sometimes it's better to just walk on by like you ain't say shit. Because it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Because if you don't say nothing and she finds out, then they say, why you ain't tell me? Well, I ain't want to get involved. I ain't want to hurt your feelings. Yeah, but we both be friends. We better than that, blah, blah, blah. But it's the same bitch that'll turn around and kick you to the curb for this nigga and go on to the sunset and leave you hanging. I'm just saying. Like I said, these dudes up and coming, they are weak, simp enforcers. They killed because they got caught up in their shit, but it seemed like he shot her because they was talking shit. So it was more to it than just you telling on me. Okay, you told on me, gone about your business. Why are you at my car or at my girl's car that I'm with, cussing me out, talking shit, saying that's what your ass get. I never liked you. You're a fuck nigga. And you didn't think this emotional ass nigga was gonna come out and shoot your ass. That's what I'm saying. You gotta be careful in this day and age because these dudes are raised by these baby mama terrorists. So, like I said, even though I talk about these baby mama terrorists, you say I hate women, but they are having children that's gonna be just like them, or they're gonna be the ones having sex with your daughter, or the baby mama terrorist's daughter is gonna be coming after your sons, and then he gonna be going through the trenches through hell with this baby mama terrorist in the future. I'm just trying to tell y'all, but you know, I'm a dumb nigga off Cottage Grove, and you know, I don't know no better. I'm just saying. I'm gonna put a link in the description box. I want to talk about this shit for a minute before I get back on the couch, and I want to know what y'all think. If you're new here, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're new. I appreciate y'all tuning in. This is something deep that we need to talk about because these baby mama tests and these boyfriends, I'm telling you, it's a high stat. Matter of fact, while I'm at it, there's some new people here, and I know it is. I'm gonna let y'all see the stats where it shows that mothers and boyfriends are on a much higher rate for child abuse, child neglect, and child fatalities versus the father and the girlfriend. It's way higher. Way higher. Mothers are more abusive than fathers. They're more child neglectful. They more neglectful than the father. They cause more child fatalities more than fathers. Way high. But y'all ain't gonna talk about that. Y'all just say that y'all the most best fit and you don't need no man. Now, this is the one back in 2001, 2006. Let me get the one that's, I think, 2020. Let's see, is it 2020 or 2021? Let's see. One of those. See, they don't want y'all knowing about this. They don't want y'all talking about this because they want to always deem that they're the most best fit. So, you know what? In the United States, more perpetrators of child abuse were women than men. In 2020, about 248,335 perpetrators of child abuse were women. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna show y'all the old one. This is because I'm gonna let you know this has been going on for a long time, and then we go ahead and let people in. This right here, I'm going back to the old one, y'all, from 2001 to 2006. Child abuse and child neglect, and also child fatality. I got to go back to this one. So from 2001 to 2006, the mother's only 1,452,099. That's when it comes to child abuse and neglect. Child fatalities is 1,704, right? Let's go to the father. Father's only is 661,129. Child abuse and neglect. When it comes to child fatalities, it's 859. So if these are the most best fit, these are the 85% who get custody of our boys and girls. How the fuck they got 1.4 million when it comes to child abuse and neglect? Now, of course, and this in the United States, black, white, blue, green. This ain't just black men. Now let's look at the mother and other. Mother and other, 222,836. Child abuse and neglect. Child fatalities with the mother and other, 565, right? Let's go to the father, though. The father and other. You telling me that when it's the father and other, it's 37,836, and it's 222,836. So you telling me that 37,000 and 222,000, and these the most best fit in this motherfucker? And when it comes to child fatalities with the mother and other, it's 77 this bitch. So you telling me the men who 85% on child support, 67% of the men pay their child support, you telling me these are the unfit, but yet when they have a spouse around that is 222,000 for the mother and 37,000 or 38,000, whatever you want to use for the father, and you telling me these the motherfuckers are the best fit? Let me let Denzel speak on behalf of Malcolm X one more again.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
And to let y'all know, this ain't no shit coming out of a cookie jar. This shit came from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. So, but they don't want to teach y'all that. They want to tell y'all that mothers are the best fit, fathers not needed. That's why you got these fat ass wannabe black looking Africans telling you that the mother is going through it, not nobody else. See, fuck dad. But these are the motherfuckers that's 222,836 mother and other, boyfriend or simp stud, child abuse and child neglect. Child fatalities 565. You can't make this shit up in this motherfucker. See, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This has been going on for a long time where mothers are the most abusive and the most neglectful, especially when they have a nigga around. But y'all tell me that, oh, she's strong and independent. Get the fuck out of here. Father ain't shit. Now, don't get it twisted. It's just as bad, 661,129. But y'all say he's the evildoer, the killer, the deadbeat, everything else compared to Mother Earth over here. But guess who they always give custody to? Guess who have to be the one to be the non-custodial parent seeing their child every other weekend? Guess who the one that got to fight in court and say, she got some sex offender around my kid yonder. She not doing right with the child support yonder. And what the motherfucker say? She had the right to do what she please, and she can have anybody she wants to over that motherfucker. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. No, you can't make this shit up. What happened to the girl? The girl was murdered by the mother's boyfriend, even though they run around saying he was the stepfather. He was the boyfriend, 60-year-old, and allegedly he raped her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the panel, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Taco Tuesday. What's up, dirty folks?
Taco Tuesday.
Yes, indeed. What's going on, Zone?
What up, DeBell?
Oh, man.
Hey, hold on right quick. Miss Lee, Greta Lee, it wasn't the stepdad. It was the boyfriend. He was not a stepdad. They lied. They said stepdad. He was the boyfriend of 5 years. He was not the stepfather. They lied. They lied. He was not a stepfather. He was a simple force-ass boyfriend that was sick, and I believe he probably been touching her all the time. So, nah, he was a boyfriend. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the cowboy traveler too, man. Hey, this shit here, man. As far as the stepdaddy or the step boyfriend situation or whatever, I don't think that's the first time he tried that on that girl, man.
I don't think so either.
You know what I'm saying? And I think in that situation, I think she was gonna tell, and that's why he did what he did.
I agree. That's what I believe. I believe that too. I believe
But
that she been doing it all the time, and finally she stood up to him, and unfortunately he said, "Oh, if you gonna tell on me, I'm gonna go ahead and eliminate you." That's how I feel.
Right. And I mean, you know, it wasn't confirmed that the father was on child support, but the oldest daughter is old enough to make her own decisions, and she ain't as valuable as the young one because her child support expired.
Wait,
you hear me,
bro?
Can you hear me?
No, I hear you. I want you to repeat
Okay.
again.
What I'm saying is the oldest daughter, she's old enough to make her own decisions. She's not as valuable as the younger child because her child support expired.
Uh-oh. I ain't even think about that.
Right. So, I mean,
what do y'all think, y'all? Do y'all think so? That sound about say it one more time. Because I want y'all to understand why he's saying this, because why was the 19-year-old daughter over at the father's house and not the 16-year-old daughter? Why is she standing there with the boyfriend and not over at the father's house? Say that again.
Hey, the 19-year-old can make her own decisions, and on top of that, I don't know how long the mom been with this new nigga, but usually the older child is like, that ain't my daddy.
He been there for 5 years.
See what I'm saying? The younger child is young enough to get groomed by the mother to accept this nigga. The older child is like, fuck that shit. That ain't my daddy. So there you go. But yeah, man. But you know who else should be sitting in the cell next to this nigga?
Who?
The mama. These mothers always introduce their children to their killers and abusers. And these bitches don't get held responsible for that shit, man. And these bitches Hey man, somebody. I mean, we need to change a new law, man. And, I mean, hey, you introduce your child to this nigga. You are responsible for that child.
She's an accomplice.
Yep. In the name of some dick. And this nigga, this nigga's old enough to be the kid's granddaddy.
Yeah. Greta Lee says the 19-year-old is the one who called the police, right? Yeah. How that happened was the sister went over there, knocked on the door, and he wouldn't let her in. So she did call the police. The daughter was on the phone with the mother on FaceTime telling, can you please get him away from me? And here's the thing that I find kind of funny also. When he hung up the phone from her, they never said that the mother called the police. They never said the mother called the police. The sister, who wasn't even in the house, called the police because he wouldn't let her in for some reason. She ain't knowing what's going on. So my thing is, if I was on the phone with my daughter and she wanted, and this motherfucker ain't getting away from her, I'd be calling the police because I'm out of town on the job.
Right. And we hear this shit all the time from these motherfucking these women that be having niggas around their kids, and then their kids report the shit that be going on with the mother, and she don't believe the kid.
That's true.
She'll take the nigga's word over hers.
Hell,
over some dick.
Look, even worse, they'll turn around and say, "Bitch, you trying to take my man?"
Yep.
How many of you daughters had issues with the boyfriend or the stepfather, not because you just didn't like him, but because you had justified reasons not to like him, and the mother basically accused you like you wanted him? You can't make this shit up. I seen that in movies and everything else where they always believe what he said. He touching me. They say, "You're a goddamn lie. You trying to have sex with my man."
That's why these kids get these young girls get kicked out the house at an early age anyway, because the mama start thinking the daughter's in competition with her.
They don't want to talk about that one.
Yeah, it's been plenty motherfucking cases of that, man. So the daughter end up having to fend for herself and do what she got to do, man, and hit the streets.
Greta Lee said, "All you are saying is sad, but unfortunately true."
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what God.
Truth is what it is.
They ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what God love, and that's the truth, and that's the black bitch worst enemy.
Man, JJ.
How's it going, man? These women, especially nowadays, but all the way back to the, I say 70s up to now, they don't have foresight. They don't plan well. And if a woman bring a child in this world, they ought to put up like a trust fund, but they refuse to do that. They don't care about the child's future, let alone their life. But and I mentioned that to some of my elderly neighbors, and it turned into an argument just because I brought it up.
Wait, you said they what?
When I mentioned that to one of my older neighbors, she started an argument, just getting belligerent about it.
Wow, I wonder why.
Feminism, ignorance, believe she practiced witchcraft and everything else. It wouldn't surprise me. There's a lot of witches out there.
I have to agree with you.
I have relatives that I cut off on my mother's side because of my mother.
Why is that?
Gossip, lies, a bunch of mess, and just because I stood up for myself, and I won't go with I won't do the get along, go along mess. I just refuse, and I'm closer to my father, and they hate that. You know what I told them? I was in a multi-text on the phone with them. I told them, y'all act like a bunch of people in a damn cult, and I mean it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I do understand. Sometimes you gotta go about your business.
I got death threats and everything else. This happened last year. That's why I changed my number.
From the family?
Well, one of my first cousins. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
So I changed my number.
Damn. Mm.
And who but my mom and sister want to plan a trip for me to go to the beach. And I said, the way they treat me, why would I want to go anywhere with them?
I
Because
agree.
my sister was in on the mess that I was just talking about. It happened last year too. It's one thing to forgive, it's another to trust. God requires us to forgive, but He don't require us to trust the enemy.
You're right. You're right.
We gotta forgive in order to heal,
True.
but we don't have to trust to heal. We just trust God, and like I've been saying before, I trust in God's hands at this point.
I understand.
And one more thing I want to say, and I'm gonna let everybody else have the flow, and shout out to you guys. These are Cowboy here from Arkansas.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
sir.
And I just want to say this: a non-virtuous woman has about as much value as a wooden penny at best, and detrimental at worst. God put that in my heart.
Mm.
All right, fellas, y'all turn. One of y'all.
Hey, I appreciate you, my brother. You be safe out there on the road, bro.
Always, you do the same.
Yes, sir. Hey, bro, please. This brother, he don't have no children, not married. He's MGTOW, living his life on the road, truck driver, living.
Yeah.
Zone.
Sound like the only stress he got is his family.
Right, and he cut them off. So,
Yeah.
Zone, what you got to say, brother?
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. In regards to his situation, it's always the ones closest to you. You know what I'm saying? That will take you out, bring you down, try to, they'll be the reason for your demise. So it's sad as close as we want to be to our family. Sometimes you gotta, what I'm saying, keep them at a distance. Um, in regards to that last situation, the last little clip that you showed, where the chick got x'd out by the guy, you was referring to a scripture, and I'm gonna paraphrase it. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 11, and aspire to live quietly and to mind your own affairs. So, like you said, it's better to mind your own business than to go putting your nose in somebody else's business, because we see firsthand what happens.
Right.
Everybody, stuff that go on in other people's lives, it ain't for you to go running back and saying something. You involve yourself and you become a target, and now you with Sky Daddy. So,
Right.
and then, what I'm saying, just kind of touching on the main topic of everything. Man, that's just sad, man. It's just sad because, like, every time, like, you get to talking about a topic like this, I can't help but to think of my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be trying to, like, focus and really pay attention to the story, and to not personalize it, but it's almost impossible because it's, what I'm saying, I'm a very practical person, and I believe in common sense, and unfortunately common sense is just not as common these days for whatever reason. I don't know why. But you know, why would you try, like, with everything that goes on in the world, why would you trust this man with your child? Like, even with my daughter to this day, she's 13. She's never been left in care with anyone outside the family. Definitely, no other males. And then for the father, it's kind of like, bro, how are your antennas, how is it not crossing your fatherly radar system to, have your, and I get what the bell was saying. Everything that the bell was saying was right on point with the child support, about the older one having her own free mind and being less valuable, and about the younger one, that's where the value lies with the child support. The bell was right on with that. But at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, for me personally, if if my daughter's mother ever started, you know, dating again, you know, I'm gonna be in the mix. Like you're not, you know, it's gonna be known right away. Hey, bro, you're not about to be left alone with my daughter. You don't, you know, I'll let my daughter's mother know. Hey, you got to run errands. Don't even think to leave her with him. I don't care where I'm at in the state of Arizona. I don't care. Call me. You know what I'm saying? If nobody to take care of call me. I do not care. I'm not about to, because we see it all the time. We see it like this is how these children, you know, they end up getting X'd out. They end up getting, you know, molested, raped, and if they survive the situation, psychologically they're messed up for life. And you know, and then who knows? They become an adult, and then they may end up screwing up another child and messing up that child's life. So it's really just a messed up situation. And then, you know, with the news reporter talking about how you know, oh, this must really affect the mother, or the mother's really hurt or whatever. It took two to make the baby. You know what I'm saying? She should have said the parents are really hurting, you know. And that just goes, what she said just goes to show you the state of mind that this Western society is in, is that, like you said plenty of times, Mr. Palmer, uh if if the child grows up and gets locked up, gets in all kind of trouble with the law, stuff like that, they want to blame it on the father. The father wasn't there. He was a deadbeat, X, Y, and Z. But if the kid grows up to be a Serena Williams or a LeBron James or Kobe Bryant, Tiger Woods or whatever, then they want to give all the credit to the mother and make it seem like, you know, oh, she did such an incredible job. She broke her back, when they don't really know the reality of the situation. And just delving back into that situation with the boyfriend and the daughter that got X'd out, uh the mother probably didn't, like the bell said, it's probably was an ongoing situation. And the mother probably didn't want to, you know, if there's child support coming in, the mother probably didn't want that to get interrupted. She probably didn't want a situation where she may end up in court, where she may have to do shared custody, or she might lose sole custody, and then the child is with the father, you know, because she's using that child support as alimony instead of actual child support. So, you know, it's just so many, when we hear situations like this, you know, it's so many levels to it. It's so many layers to it. And that's why, you know, you picking the topics that you talk about is important, because it keeps us in a constant state of awareness, and it keeps us sharp on, you know, if we hear something in the news, we like, nah, it's something more than that. It ain't just about X, Y, and Z. It's something more to that needs to be discussed, you know. So I think you do a pretty good job with picking out certain situations and highlighting it, because it's more than just, you know, a boyfriend that X'd out a daughter. Like it's layers of that, and it's something that has to be discussed. And even myself, you know, I got a bunch of nieces, and I got one nephew. And, you know, even myself as a man being alone with kids, I'm aware that, you know, I try to have, you know, maybe a friend. I try to have my brother or my sister around, with the
Right.
exception of my daughter. Like, I try to make it so that, you know, I'm not the creepy uncle, you know, or I'm not the creepy man alone with kids or whatever. Like, I'm very conscious and I'm very aware, you know. And like I said earlier, it's crazy how, you know, common sense is just really not as common. And if a little bit of common sense was applied, it it would make such a big, common sense is literally uh the patch between life and death, you know. And it's just crazy how, you know, these situations happen. You know what I'm saying? These women, they find these dudes and they just, oh, I got a man, I got some dick in the house, whatever, blah blah blah, and then next thing you know, they just, you know, and I know I'm going on and on. I apologize, y'all, but I used to watch a lot of Investigation Discovery, and before they would get when they would talk about some of these murder mysteries and shit like that, what they would do in the prelude or the beginning of the show, they would say, they would talk about the situation, what happened, and then what they would do on the screen in writing, they would say, and then there were signs, but X, Y, and Z never paid attention. So it's just it's real crazy how a lot of these women nowadays, especially when it comes to their children, they're so desperate to have some person, some man up in the house that they would just. It's crazy how they're so desperate to have dick in the house that they would just overlook all of the signs. You know, if I have my daughter out and she has on some short volleyball shorts, which I don't allow, or she has on something revealing, like let's say if I'm walking, let's say if we're coming out of gymnastics, because she's in gymnastics and she has on just her leotard, um, I'm very aware that it's gonna be dudes looking at her. So right away, I'm like, hey, put on that sweater, put on your sweatpants, because I don't play that shit. I don't care, you know, if it's just a little glimpse or whatever, like I'm aware. That's common sense. The well-being of a child is common fucking sense. And we're seeing it time after time after time that these fucking BMTs, they don't pay attention to the signs. Like they're so lackadaisical. And you know, we already have to deal with the fact that, you know, they're gonna run to the termination clinic as soon as possible. That's why all this uproar is happening with the Roe versus Wade going on. Not only do we have to deal with them saying, you know, if you have black boys, run to the clinic and go terminate them, but on the flip side, we have to worry about them being lackadaisical just because they got some in-house dick. And next thing you know, our son or our daughter is stretched out, all because of she didn't pay attention to the signs, and you know what I'm saying, what was trying to get that child support and use it as alimony, and you know, just too late, just really too lazy to be a mother. So you know, it's this whole shit is really sad, man. But again, these discussions, they need to be had. And you know, these women that don't want to take accountability, I'm gonna hold you accountable. You know, the forgiveness part, like JJ the cowboy was saying, that's something that I really have to work on. But just know that if I hear some bullshit, I'm not gonna be as forgiving as a lot of these motherfuckers out here. I'm going to hold you accountable. And I'm gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna say what I want, and I don't care if it hurts your feelings. It is what it is. It's like that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, humble. Yes, I'm long-winded. I know. I see it. I'm long-winded.
But look, check this out. Before I let dirty folks speak his piece and I get back on the couch, I want y'all to see something right quick. I'm gonna show y'all again for motherfuckers to say, yeah, what he showed was back in 2001 and 2006. Shit, it's 2022 in this motherfucker. Shit, it might have dropped by now. Let me show y'all something. And I showed y'all this before. This is the shit that happened in 2020. Number of child abuse victims in the United States perpetrated by relationships. When it comes to the mother, this is just the year 2020. Mother, 221,372. When it comes to the father, it's 138,803. Why is the mother ahead of the father, since the father's all the piece of shit, deadbeats, low life killers, murderers, and rapists and everything else? But these motherfuckers get 85% of the custody. They become the primary parent the most. Now, the mother and the non-parent, 37,064, right? That's the 2020. Let's look at the father and a non-parent. Oh, 6,910. That's a big ass gap from this to this. But y'all don't talk about how these baby mama terrorists and they boyfriend ass niggas are abusing these children. And most likely it's the boyfriend and the mother watch, or she's out of town, or she's in the bathroom. She's working while he's babysitting. You can't make this shit up. So even if y'all want to use the narrative, oh, that was back in 2001 to 2006. Well, I went up to 2020. I'm trying to tell y'all, when it comes to this child support system, the reason why a lot of you men do not have custody of y'all children, not because y'all bad dads, not because you didn't want to be a father, but because it's not a benefit of government daddy. So let me let Denzel speak for Malcolm X before I let dirty folks talk.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Go ahead, dirty folks.
Now, I was going to say, bro, well, first of all, I thought the whole incident in Chicago, I thought the girlfriend popped him. So, the girl he was with. So, the dude said it was him, so it was him. But yeah,
she had a concealed carry pistol too, but she didn't shoot her pistol. But she may be charged with accessory if whenever they get caught, because she was there when it happened. But you know how they go. They're gonna look out for her and say, be a witness, and we won't charge you with nothing.
yeah, that's gonna happen. Plus, I mean, like you said, man, and I know how Chicago girls are. They don't let nothing die. So her mouth got her killed. You know what I'm saying? She should have walked that off. As far as the other situation with the stepdad, because they was together 5 years, right? So my whole thing with that.
Hey, raise your volume up, bro.
Is that better?
Yeah, I want them to hear you real clearly.
All right. So my whole thing with the stepdad thing is simple and plain, man. You in 5 years, that kid done told her mother 500 times about you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna go as far as my man go and say, yo, you gotta have a female supervisor around you.
Raise your volume up.
You know what? Let me change the settings. I changed the settings and then I change it back.
All right. Yeah, I just want them to hear you real good.
All right, so that's better.
Yeah.
All right, put on the default. All right. As far as man, 5 years. I'm not gonna say, man, I don't trust men around.
It's doing it again, bro.
Man, that's crazy. Yo, headphones tripping. I'm not gonna say I don't trust men around kids because all these chicks is like this whole Black Father pages, and I swear to God, and 80,000 members, it's only 16 dudes that got their own kid. Everybody a stepdad. So I'm not saying another man can't love a stranger's kid. What I am gonna say though is that, man, that girl, if they've been together 5 times, that girl done said 500 times to her mama that, you know what I'm saying, that dude is creepy, right?
Right.
And mama didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Mama set up for slaughter. Shorty called mama. Mama didn't care. Mama said called her daughter. You know what I'm saying? What you call her daughter at her daddy house for? She called you. So I say all this to say this, man. As far as that situation went, man, it kind of touched me, but at the same time, bro, I know these chicks, man. I know these toddlers, man. I've been with girls that I know. I be like, yo, I could smash her daughter if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Just how lackadaisical. I'm like, yo, this little shorty gonna be in trouble. Like, man, she letting shorty be all comfortable walking around in panties. I'm like, shorty put on a t-shirt. Like, yo, her mama just reckless. You know what I'm saying? So I spend out not because of the baby, but because I'm like, yo, if she can't protect her kid, then I know she gonna try to set me up for failure. So it's self-preservation for me. But yo, these toddlers is ridiculous. So that's all I want to say about that, man. Because y'all gotta understand though how many of these black women already got kids. I swear to God, kids come with their high school diploma, man, just so they can graduate community college with a baby on our lap. So, about I got my degree, bro. So, more than likely, when you're dealing with these Keishas, she gonna have kids, and I think most guys are cool. You know what I'm saying? But you always got these little creeps, but that's anywhere in life, man. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily because ain't no way in the world you can tell me her daddy was in the picture. Because they ain't said nothing about no daddy. She didn't call her dad. What didn't no dad pop up? You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about child support, all that. All y'all are involved guys. Every guy on this channel either don't have no kids and looking for warnings, or they got kids and they're killed for this. And all these chicks, man, look, black chicks don't want their kids to have fathers, man. All they do is steal kids, use their Section 8 voucher to move to another state, then get on Facebook and say nigga deadbeat, yo. So man, shout out to Mr. Pump. Shout out to this show, man, for bringing awareness, man. Because I've been yelling this from the office for like 12 years.
Nah, yeah, you've been yelling this shit before I even got on YouTube. Let me tell y'all about Dirty Folks. Dirty Folks from Chicago, Inglewood, and the shit that y'all hear now on YouTube that y'all might have heard within the last 10 years. Dirty Folks was doing this shit for like 15 years ago, man, on Facebook.
Yeah, man, because here's the thing, man. Y'all should understand the situations I've been in, dog, because I was doing numbers. Cause so I'm watching all the girls I want to sleep with, all the ones that's called IG models now. Like I'm smashing the hottest chicks, and they all just bogus, man. I'm watching them block they baby daddies on social media and on they inbox, they emails, they text messages. They totally removing the dude, talking about some call him Uncle Oak. I'm like, yo, why don't you outlet your baby daddy? This nigga reaching out. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching girls move to different states. I got friends I went to high school with. Man, I graduated in '96. It's niggas that didn't meet their daddy until 2011 on Facebook. And daddy was like, yo, I've been looking for you for 15 years. They're like, yo, my mama told me you was dead. Like, I know how bogus these chicks are, man. So when all this shit happened, man, I'm like, yo, y'all sleeping with the enemy, which is fine. Just know you sleeping with the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Just know where you're going with it. So, man, when I see stories like this, man, I need guys to understand that y'all got to see it as more than just, it's either 46 million black people or it's just you. You're not alone, bro. The brethren out here, man, guys like Mr. Palmer, Angry, man, there's a million, like, yo, it's cats out here that's trying to put y'all in position, man, so y'all could feel like you part of something bigger, man. You ain't got to build with these chicks, man. I don't know when y'all started building with chicks anyway. In the 90s, it was niggas putting niggas on. I don't know when the hell y'all decided y'all couldn't build without a girl in the first place. That's crazy. But man, you know what I'm saying? Get with the guys, man. Try up with your brethren, dog, because together y'all can change all this shit. Girls only do what men allow. So when y'all separate, man, they the dumbest shit, man. Together, man, you can move this whole situation, man. But that's all I gotta say about that, man. It's Taco Tuesday, man. I'm on my way to Pepe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, I appreciate all y'all coming on, man. Speaking y'all peace, man. I'm about to get on this couch, man. It is what it is. Ain't nothing else to be said, man. Bill, Zone, JJ, Dirty Folks, man. I appreciate y'all to the fullest with the real shit. And I'm just trying to show people what it really is, man. And if the ones that don't understand or want to make excuses or just say, oh, who hurt you? Hey, you know how I feel.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
So, you know, I'll just keep doing what the fuck I do. Shit, man. But JJ, man, I appreciate you, man. You be safe on that road. I'm gonna holler at you, all right, brother? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I had muted my mic. I was typing on.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna get off this motherfucker, man. And you be safe on that road, brother.
Always, you do the same.
Yes, sir. All right, bro. Be safe.
All right, salute.
Salute. Hey, Zone, I'm gonna holler at you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I know you out there with the 90-degree weather and shit while I'm in the rain and shit, but that's okay, man. I appreciate you speaking your piece, brother.
Yes, sir. Catch you next time. Peace.
Yes, sir. All right, brother. Peace. Bill.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, as always, I appreciate your wisdom and ism and everything that go along with it, man. How's the weather out there?
Shit, it's kind of gloomy, man. It ain't raining, so I can't complain.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm cutting my grass today. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, all right, brother. Well, all right, well, I ain't gonna hold them long, man. I'm definitely gonna holler at you, man, and you be smooth. I'll be on tomorrow and shit.
Absolutely, man. Shit, man. Right on for the show, man. This was a good one, man.
All right, my brother. Yeah, definitely.
Like always.
Yes, sir. All right.
Yes, indeed.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
bro.
All
All
right.
right.
Peace out. Yeah, man. Shout out to the Baby Mama Terrence Bounty Hunters, man. Appreciate y'all to the fullest. When it's all said and done, man, when they try to make us fathers and black men and all men look like deadbeats and low lives and don't want to be fathers, all you gotta do is look at these videos, look at these stats. It tells totally different. Even these newscasts are talking about I know how the mama feel. Fuck the daddy and shit like that. And he lost his daughter too. But yeah, it's some things that we have to really, really think about. One, why the fuck the daughter ain't had no life insurance? Two, why the daughter wasn't at the father house like the older daughter, which we did answer that, but we still got to think about it. And three, why is the niece of the uncle is more hurt and crying more than the mother? And why would you trust him to be at home with the 16-year-old versus the 6-year-old being with the father? It's a lot of different factors. But when you talk about this, they sit back and say that you hate women. Your mama black. If you broke, just say so. You a deadbeat. You got to fuck child with hell. That's why I don't take none of you motherfuckers seriously. I just wish y'all just come out and prove me wrong and just tell me, hey man, you wrong, and here's the proof right here. That's all I wish. That's all I wish. Instead of coming on here telling me how to talk, how to act, and what I do on Instagram, and why I don't talk positive and all this bullshit. But you don't go over to the women's section and say the same shit. I just don't understand. Trying to use shame tactics. But like I said, man, be careful. Women, be careful who you dealing with. Another thing is the reason why you got motherfuckers shooting females, fighting them and all that shit, because these baby mama tears raised them. And y'all yet say the black community is on a high up and these are the pillars and leaders of the black community. Yeah, let me let Denzel speak for Malcolm X before I get out this bitch.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
So yeah, man. And lastly, great means take the G off and you'll get the word. We just can't say the word, so we use grape. I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Fuck child support. Peace.
Baby mama terrorist.
Yeah.
BMT. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. Riding around, try to play the role, Miss Innocent with an evil soul. In public, wearing fake hair lows. Behind closed doors, she rock them horns. I moved on, she wanna teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Couldn't see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Telling people she did nothing wrong. Knowing that well since I moved on. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know what you lost your mind. Try to say my name, but I know your kind. Saying I'm a deadbeat, bitch, you lying. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focus on the wrong shit, worried about another being instead of us co-parenting. Put my kids in grown folks' business, telling them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split personality, oh yeah, you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Y'all stay mad.
Hell yeah.
What's up with that, man?
Shit, I don't know.
All this money out here. Shopping up for fuck.
I did come in for the 808. Just want the haters to know. We gonna keep getting up. Y'all mad 'cause how we roll. You know I'll always hold my own.
Cruising down Lakeshore Drive, feeling good and alive. Haters thought I wouldn't survive, but bitch, I survived. All the trauma and lies they tried to put aside my mind so I would commit suicide. But I wasn't going, kept my veins cold, changed the laws in my mind when I don't give a fuck mode. Saw the life from the real and the fake ones, thought I would fall down the rabbit hole. Got myself in order, got my shit right, so everybody fuck themselves, I'ma live my life. Now I'm spreading the message to focus on self. Say yourself, do for self, fuck everyone else. If they're mad, let them cry, just go to church. Let them simp die over hoes, get treated like dirt. I be king shitting on niggas, that's what I do. Why hoes stay beneath me and shine in my shoes.
Just want the haters to know. We gonna keep getting up. Y'all mad 'cause how we roll. You know I'll always hold my own.
Talking like a pimp, so you know shorty went. First of the month, we ain't worried about the rent. Got the deed to the crib, money well spent. And you ain't getting shit, shorty, gon' take the hint. Niggas getting bold, I never sell my soul. Fake chains, fake hoes, yeah, it's getting old. See, I'd rather own shit, rather have my own biz. Tell him my future son, one day he gon' own this. Feel like making 10 today, feel good, calling the fam, making sure they straight. They depend on me, I depend on them. No 401k, we are on retirement. Money keeps moving, but we moving faster. Shorty want me to slow down, I move past her. Nah, the legacy comes first. Go on, fuck with the Simps if you looking for the thirst.
Just want the haters to know. We gonna keep getting up. Y'all mad 'cause how we roll. You know I'll always hold my own.